So we are going to talk about agility and coordination today. So let's start with agility. So agility is the ability to change the direction of the body in an efficient and effective manner. When I think about agility, I think about cats and how quickly cats can change from one direction to another and kind of move all over the place. I want to really stress that when you think about agility, I don't want you to just think about like changing part of your body. So like going from standing up to a flat back. Agility is really about changing the direction and the facing of the whole body. So there's probably going to be a shift of weight involved. So it's not a gestural thing. It's like a whole body change of direction and shift of weight. So, just for good luck, have a little read. So, agility is the ability to change the direction of the body in an efficient and effective manner. Write down for me, what is agility? You might want to pause this. Okay, so agility is the ability to change the direction of the body in an efficient and effective manner. Lovely stuff. So, we know what it is. How can we improve our agility? Well, actually, pause. Before we even get on to that, let's think about how we use agility in our dance training. Because obviously, the questions in your exam are always going to link back to your own practice. So, pause this in a minute, and I want you to just write down 3 examples of where agility has been required or demonstrated. So where have you shown agility in your solo choreography, or for A2s you could use your solo performance as well. Where have you shown agility in your duo or trio or a group performance, and where have you where's someone else shown agility in a professional work? Like what could we link back to? What's a really great example of agility? And then challenge yourself, how could it link to intention or safe practice? So have a little pause, write these down, and then we'll have a little recap. Right, so let's have a little think about agility in solo choreography. So I'm going to say, my solo choreography was about cats. So in my dance, I was a cat searching for a mouse, and as part of that, I did a step, turn, step, leap, and then I did a circular spring round the corner to step and lunge as if I was pouncing. So I'm showing agility not just in my step turn, because I'm able to, change the direction of my body effectively there, but also in that circular spring as I move around the corner from facing one direction to the other. And that helped to show my intention, as it showed how a cat will weave and bob really efficiently and effectively to chase a mouse. And we could say that agility had helped my safe practice in that as well, because I was able to change direction in an efficient manner. I wasn't losing control of my centre of gravity. So as I did my circular spring, I wasn't at risk of kind of falling off my supporting leg and twisting my ankle. So hopefully we've got some really great examples and explanations there. So how can we improve our agility? Well, we've done a lot of ladder drills in warm-ups in order to help improve our agility. So ladder drills are obviously us really making ourselves shift weight really quickly. So you could give any kind of version of our ladder drills. So the middle one here we go, this bad boy. So that's all just like our kind of hopscotchy one, where we jump outside and inside the ladders. And the easiest way to do this in the exam is actually just to draw a ladder like this. Obviously, don't bother drawing real feet. Do little crosses or circles or whatever and number them. So it's really clear to an examiner what your ladder drill is. The other option for improving agility is improving one of the composite skills that make up agility. So in order to be agile, we need to have good balance, we need to be really speedy, we need to be strong, and we need to have coordination. So we can improve our agility by improving one of those component parts. So let's have a think about how we could do that in a kind of either essay style format, or if you get a lovely kind of long short question, so like a 6 marker about agility, You'd want to do a mini peel paragraph too, wouldn't you? So here we go. So how can we improve agility through improved balance? I picked out balance, but this would work for strength or coordination or any of those other skills. So let's talk through it, and then you can pause this and you can have a chance to write up your own little mini peel paragraph. So I'd improve agility by including my core strength through, and I'm going to name an exercise. So plank's always a good one, isn't it, for improving core strength. So then I'm going to give a really specific example. I'm not just going to say I will perform the plank, because we need to imagine the examiner's an alien and doesn't know what a plank is. We'll then describe the plank, or at least draw a stick man if we're short on time. And then we're going to discuss the 3 R's and how they apply to a plank. So whenever you're talking about strength training, we're going to link back to the 3 R's. So I'm resisting against gravity and my own body weight. I am going to hold that position for a good 30 seconds. So rather than reps with a plank, it's about kind of the amount of time you're holding for, isn't it? And then I'd make sure that I've rested. So I'd give myself a day to recover from that exercise. And the reason, so then we go on to our explain, and there's 2 parts to an explain, isn't there, when we get on to anatomy. So the first thing I'm going to explain is how that exercise actually improved my core strength. So obviously that holding that position, resisting against gravity, has put strain on those muscles in my abdominals, because they are resisting against force. I make minute tears in those muscle fibers, especially because I'm holding that position for so long. So then when I rest, those minute tears in my muscle fibers repair thicker and stronger than before. So I've explained the effect on my core strength. And then I need to explain why my balance is going to improve because I've improved my core strength. So, this will improve my balance because having a stronger core will mean that I'm able to engage the core muscles front and back to maintain my balance when I'm on one leg. We could talk about kind of centre of gravity as well, being situated behind those core muscles, so that when we engage them, we really engage and we're aware of where our centre of gravity is. And then obviously we need to link back to agility, because that's what the question is about. So this will improve my agility because my balance will be improved. Therefore, when I shift weight and direction quickly, I'm able to do that in a controlled manner because I understand where my centre of gravity is and it is fully engaged. And then, as a bonus, you can always link back to your own practice as well. So this improved my performance because, or this reduced the risk of injury because. Always useful to throw in a little link to our own practice just to be safe. So pause this now and have a go at writing up your own peel paragraph about improving your agility, just to make sure you're really confident with how you can do that in an exam. Okay, so now we will move on. I'm going to have a little think about coordination. So coordination is actually one of those elements that we find within agility, isn't it? But the definition of coordination on its own is the ability to use different parts of the body together smoothly and efficiently. So what was that? Remind me. Write a definition down for me. What is coordination? Here we go. Coordination is the ability to use different parts of the body together smoothly and efficiently. So it's being able to, pat your head and rub your stomach at the same time, basically. And actually, if you think about it, when we do dance, this is something that we do all the time. So a poorly coordinated dancer probably isn't really a dancer, or will look very awkward and very kind of out of sync with the music and with other dancers, and might find it difficult to have really, if we think about Akram Khan, he shows amazing coordination, doesn't he? Because he has this beautiful, rhythmic, fast footwork, but at the same time he can have this fluid, expressive torso and arms. So Akram Khan's a great guy to think about when we think about coordination. I mean, he's a great guy to think about for a lot of things, but coordination's one of them. So how do we improve our coordination? Well, it's really easy actually. The more you repeat something, the more coordinated you will be with that movement. So it's all about improving our memory and our you hear muscle memory a lot. And really, there's no such thing as muscle memory. Our muscles don't have memories. Our muscles don't have brains. But it's that neural pathway between our brain and our muscle that we're working on. So the more you repeat something, the stronger and faster that link between the muscle and where that movement is stored in your brain will become. So you'll be able to recall information faster and more efficiently. Therefore, repetition of exercise is key to improving coordination. If we look at this beautiful picture here, we can see, so these are the memories in our brain, and we can see these little pathways coming out. And some of them are quite thin and stringy, and some of them are really thick and juicy. And so every time you repeat an exercise, that neural pathway gets thicker and juicier, and over time they'll actually start to deteriorate. So it's really important to keep repeating that movement to make sure that you can keep recalling it really quickly. So for example, if you think about like turning and like a pirouette. So a pirouette requires you to balance on one leg. It requires you to whip that head around really quickly. It requires you to hold a really specific arm position as well, so to throw you off balance. So by repeating your pirouette over and over and over, you're going to be able to perform all of those elements a lot more easily. But then if you have, a month off, you leave for the summer and don't practice your turns, you'll come back and you'll find that actually maybe your balance has gone slightly. Maybe you can't whip your head around as quick as you used to. Maybe you're too busy thinking about your leg position and you lose your spotting or your arm position. So it's all about repetition and keeping those neural pathways really strong so that we're able to recall that information really, really quickly. So let's have a lovely recap of all that information. So agility is the ability to change the direction of the body in an efficient and effective manner. So thinking about cats moving really, really quickly from one side to another. And again, it's all about shifting your weight as well, isn't it? So it's not a gesture thing. It's not about kind of changing where your head's looking. It's that whole body change of direction. So agility can be improved by things like ladder drills, where we're actually focusing on being agile and shifting our weight really, really quickly. Or we can improve them by improving one of the component skills of agility. So things like strength, balance, or your coordination. Coordination is the ability to use different parts of the body together at the same time. We can improve our coordination through repeating an exercise. And repetition will build those stronger neural pathways to help recall movement information much faster and more efficiently. Alrighty, so that is agility and coordination.